in this video, we are going to be doing a complete deadline from 2016 recap. So I did one of these 2 days ago, I believe it got uploaded, and it was covering some of them the day before the trade deadline, but some things have happened yesterday, which has been Sunday, and some things, unfortunately, not a lot happened today, but some things did happen. So as I did in the last video, I'm just going to play some shootouts and talk over some of the trades well, I don't know if I'll talk over all the trades. I'll go in depth to some of the trades. I won't go in depth for all of the trades though. So starting off in the trade tracker here, we have oh we have the New York Rangers acquiring Eric Staal. What the fuck? Okay, no. Okay, yeah. They acquired Eric Staal for a 2016 from Carolina for a 2016 and a 2017 second round pick. So two second rounders and forward Alexi Sorella, who was actually taken in the most recent draft in the third round. So for a cap hit like Eric Staal, I don't know how some teams afford the cap hit like Chicago and the Rangers. I don't know how. I doubt they had 8.5 million in the cap space. I don't know if Aircell's gonna want that much at the end of the year if they re-sign him. I don't think they'll have enough cap space to sign him. But we're gonna pick the Rangers here. I know that there isn't a roster update out yet. That will probably be coming sometime this week. What do I think of this trade? The Rangers obviously trying to make another playoff push. Carolina, I'm not quite sure what to think of Carolina. I don't know if they're a rebuilding team or a team that's just completely is shit. But two second rounders and Alexis Sorella, who was actually tearing it up in the SM League. Oh fuck! I gotta turn that dummy down again. Oh, I can't. Oh fuck's sake. Matt Zuccarello. Maybe he'll be playing with Eric Staal. Toe drag. Here we go. I gotta turn these fucking guys down again. I thought I did it last time. I thought I did it last time, but I guess I didn't. Dirty birdie. Oh fuck. So I think it's a pretty good deal for both sides. Carolina, I don't think they really wanted. They kind of had to get rid of Staal. I know they didn't really want to, just because he's the captain. He's been there for so long. It's kind of sad to see him go. This guy. Oh my god, he made me look silly. Holy fuck. But the two second rounders, they won't be very early second rounders. I have a feeling. Oh fucker. And Alexis Sorella, as I said, he's been tearing it up in the SM League, I believe the Finnish National League is called. I think he has like 40 points in 60 games. That's pretty good for a 19-year-old or 18-year-old, however old he is. So the next trade coming up here was also from yesterday, and the Air Salt trade was from yesterday, so Sunday. We have Chris Versteeg going from the Carolina Hurricanes to the Los Angeles Kings for Valentin Zykov and a fifth-round pick. So Chris Versteeg, he's been with a lot of teams. He's been with Florida, Chicago, the Leafs, and now he's with LA. So LA once again trying to make a deep playoff push. Oh, that guy bit hard. Trying to make a deep playoff push. Carolina obviously rebuilding. Valentin Zykov, I believe, I don't know if I'm right about this, but I believe he was a first round pick back in 2012 or 2013. I'm actually not sure. There we go. In 2012 or 2013, I believe he was a first or second round pick. So it's almost like he's a pretty good prospect. I know that. I know he's somewhat big. I think he's like 6'1", 6'2". I'm not quite sure about this, but I think I'm just going off of what I know about GMO, and that's not very much. So on to the next trade. It's just a minor league deal. I think it's a trade that happened yesterday between the Rangers and the Capitals. The Rangers acquired Chris Brown from the Capitals for Ryan Bourque. I think Ryan Bourque might have played with the Rangers for a bit, but I don't really know. I don't really know about that too much. Alright, so we got this is all the way turned down. What the fuck? Why is the commentary volume so loud? I don't have a problem with anything else, but that was really loud. Alright, so the next trade. I believe this trade went through late last night. I got the notification on my iPad earlier this morning, but I knew about it last night. And that was a trade between the Capitals and the Leafs. The Capitals acquired Daniel Winnick and a 5th round pick, and the Leafs got back Brooks like Connor Carrick and a 2016 second round pick. So the Leafs are fucking taking these second round picks and shoving them in their mouth. Okay, let's put one up the top there, or squeeze another one down there. I don't know how many they have, but it's got to be getting close to 3 or 4 in the second round. And it's weird. These teams don't have any problem shipping away second or third round picks or late second round picks, but the fourth round, or not fourth, and the first round picks are so vital to them. Like a late first rounder than an early second, it kind of seems so much different, but it's like 3 picks. Oh god, it's huge. Alright, so the Leafs get Brooks like, I believe he was put on waivers. He has a pretty big cap hit. I believe it's upwards of 4.5 to 5 million. Connor Carrick, defensive prospect. I don't think he's too much. I don't think he's too much. He might be something for the Leafs because, well, the Leafs are just shit. The second round pick is also good, and the Leafs also give their 5th round pick from this year, but to be honest, who really cares about 5th round picks? I shouldn't say that just because you don't know what they're going to turn into. Alright, we are on to today's trade. So this is the trade deadline trades that happened today. The Arizona Coyotes acquired Sergei Plotnikov for a conditional 7th round pick and defensive prospect Matthias Plakta. I heard of Plotnikov before. I don't think he's very much, but I heard that Arizona was actually gonna try and develop him into something, see what they can get. So a 7th round pick for them isn't too much. Oh, what the fuck happened there? And I'm not quite sure who that defenseman is. The next trade here, I believe it is just a minor league deal. We have the Carolina Hurricanes and Chicago Blackhawks. The Carolina Hurricanes get defenseman Dennis Robertson from the Chicago Blackhawks for minor league goaltender Drew McIntyre. I know Drew McIntyre has been with the Canes for a while, I think. I know he's an NHL goalie. He's played in a couple of NHL games. He's probably just going to be a backup down the AHL or a starter down the AHL. Can't really see him being too much behind Crawford and Darling. And Dennis Roberts, I'm not quite sure who that is. But the next trade is probably one of the biggest trades of the day. Oh my fucking my shitty shot. The Colorado Avalanche acquired Mikhail Boedker from the Arizona Coyotes for defenseman Kyle Wood, Connor Bleakley, and forward Alex Tanguay. I don't know about you, but other than Alex Tanguay, I'm not quite sure who those other. I can't believe I let that in. Alex Tanguay, he's aging. I don't think he has very much left in the tank. Those other 2 people, I don't know if they're prospects or if they're AHL like people. I'm not quite sure. But Colorado, I guess, trying to make somewhat of a playoff run after last season. And the season before that, the pretty good season with McKinnon, Duchesne, and Landeskog. So Boedker, nice little top sets were, I believe his contract's up at the end of the year. I think. The Coyotes, I don't think they got very much back for him. I don't know who those other 2 players are. Alex Tanguay's aging. I doubt he's going to play very many minutes. But, hey, I guess you gotta get what you gotta get. And it's better than letting him go for free. Alright, so is this guy really gonna pick the All-Stars? Okay. So, next up, this is one of the bigger ones of the day. It's not too big, but The Dallas Stars acquire defenseman Chris Russell. I don't know. Oh, my throat is killing me. Defenseman Chris Russell from the Calgary Flames for defenseman Jyrki Yakpaka. Jesus, I don't know how to say that name. For Brett Pollock and a conditional second round pick, which might as well be a third round pick this year. Although it's still second round pick. I like Chris Russell. I wish he came to the Oilers. He'd be one of those players like Zakara. Can play top 4 minutes, but he's ideally a fifth or sixth D man on a good team. In Dallas, they got Klingberg. Maybe he'll play with Klingberg. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure who's on Dallas's defense pairing. I don't think it's anyone too starry. I'm probably forgetting someone really big though. Oh, that was a sick shooter attempt. So all in all, Dallas, of course, I think they're third in the league, third or fourth in the league. They obviously want to make it far in the playoffs. Calgary, kind of a disappointing year. Russell actually wanted to stay there, which is kind of weird, considering his contract was up at the end of the year. Second round pick's not too bad for Chris Russell. I heard those other two prospects, I guess they are names before. I'm not quite sure if they're anything though. But I guess we'll have to give them time. My throat is fucking sore. Alright. So the next trade is happened right around when I got home. I believe the Colorado Avalanche acquired defenseman Eric Jelena from the New Jersey Devils for a third round pick. So Colorado trying to get some depth defensemen in there. Third round pick's nothing too much. Although it's Colorado, I'm not quite sure where they're at. I believe they might be close to a wild card spot. I don't think they're doing too good this year. I can't believe I just fucking let that in. So it's a good trade for both. New Jersey rebuilding team trying to get some draft picks. This guy's just wide open. Oh my god. I can't lose to this guy. And Colorado gets some depth defense. Alright, I gotta save this. I'm just gonna do the dirty bird. There we go. Now, this upcoming trade, I think is the best trade of the day. I think it's the best trade of the day. The Anaheim Ducks acquired centerman Brandon Pirri from the Florida Panthers for a 6th round pick. Now let's just think. Brandon Pirri, he's 24, restricted free agent at the end of the year. Florida, they acquired some things. They don't have that much cap left. They don't know how much he's gonna want. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, we might as well try and unload him. It's a smart decision, I guess. Still has potential, though. Can be a top 9 center. But you look at what some of the other players have been getting for some of the players that they've been trading. Like, look here. Eric Jelena for a third rounder. Oh god, I pressed the PlayStation button by accident. Eric Jelena for a third rounder. Depth defenseman playing on a shitty team might be able to excel. I think he's 28, something like that. Brandon Pirri is 24 years old and will definitely do good on a different team other than Florida. But for a 6th round pick, that's nothing. That's nothing. You're telling me in the 6th round I could get a player like Brandon Pirri? Take it. Just everyone was flipping out at the Florida GM. They didn't know what the fuck he was doing. I thought he was on some sort of crack. Very good trade by him. And they fucking, I think he could have asked all teams in the NHL if they take Brandon Pirri for their 6th round pick. Every team would have said yes. Every team would have said yes. Alright. Next trade, it's a trade between the Islanders and the Senators. The Islanders acquire forward Shane Prince and a seventh round pick from Ottawa for a third. The Islanders, I believe, are a top 10 team in the NHL this year. I taste blood. Talking way too much. Trying to get some depth scoring, I guess. I'm not quite sure who Shane Prince is. I believe he was an AHL scorer for Ottawa. I don't think he was playing that many minutes for them. So Ottawa get a third round pick. I believe Ottawa's the closest Canadian team to a playoff spot. So it'd be nice to see them make the playoffs, I guess, even though I don't really like Ottawa. Alright, let's go Taylor Hall. What's he doing? I'm going backhand. Oh, I just got a piece of this. Alright, the next trade involves the Minnesota Wild and the Ottawa Senators. This looks like just a minor league deal. The Minnesota Wilds got Connor Allen, a defenseman, for forward Michael Kieran. Never heard those two player names in my life. Not quite sure who they are. But maybe they will help. Maybe they're trying to get an AHL run or something. I don't know. Lost connection to the EA servers. Sick. The Boston Bruins acquire. Oh no! Don't tell me. Don't tell me this shit's gonna happen again. Don't give me network connection issue. Don't even do it. Please don't. I'll be so heartbroken. I don't think it's gonna hit me yet. Alright. Alright, no, I think I'm just gonna sit on hot for the rest of this just because this is hurting my brain. Alright, we're just gonna sit on hot for the rest of this. Alright, so I'm just gonna sit back because my throat is fucking killing me. That trade is between the Boston Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes, so this, I believe, is the Hurricanes' third or fourth deal. They sent John Michael Liles to the Boston Bruins for Anthony Camara, a third-round pick in 2016 and a fifth-round pick in 2017. So John Michael Liles, high cap hit. Good guy in the locker room. Can't play that many minutes, though. I think he's 35. Something like that. I'll just scroll through that back here or something. A November market. We'll hunt at the 59th minute, I guess. I don't know what to do. So, a third and a fifth round pick. Carolina also shoving the picks in their mouth as well. Trying to get as many as they can for the upcoming drafts. How much is open here going for? Damn. Boston trying to make a playoff push, trying to get a deep cup run like they have before. Michael Liles, I liked him when he was with the Leafs. If you don't know, I'm an Oilers fan, but my second favorite team is probably the Leafs. Just I grew up liking them, my grandparents liked them, my dad liked them. I was kind of forced into it, I guess you could say. I liked him as a Leaf. He got too much money though. He was paid way too much. Still a good player though. I don't know how well he's gonna do in Boston though. He might do okay. And Anthony Camara, I'm not quite sure who that is. Holy fuck, that's high for Panarin. I'm not quite sure who that is. So, the next trade here, it is it is a trade between the Montreal Canadiens and the New Jersey Devils. And it is Stefan Matteau went to Montreal for Devontae Smith-Pelly, who is now a New Jersey Devil. Stefan Matteau, I don't think he's too much. I don't think he's very much at all, to be honest. But Smith-Pelly was kind of fun to watch. Not really, actually. No, he's kind of shit, actually. He's kind of shitty to watch, but Stefan Matteau, I don't think he's very much. I think he was playing bottom minutes in New Jersey. Not too much from the New Jersey fans that I do know. And Smith Pelly was causing some shit in the locker room, I heard. He was getting some of the players pretty turned up. Mark Bergevin didn't like that. And he said go. And they interviewed Smith Pelly. That's not a bad deal for McDavid. They interviewed Smith Pelly on Sportsnet. And he said once they signed Mike Brown, I started packing my bags because they signed Mike Brown, who was a right winger. It's like, oh well, they're gonna replace me. So I'm dragging this on way too long. I'm so sorry. On to the next one. It is a trade between it's a trade between the Boston Bruins and New Jersey Devils. So just listen to this. Boston Bruins get Lee Stempniak from the New Jersey Devils for a second round pick and a fourth round pick. Second rounder in 2017, fourth rounder is in 2016. So Boston trying to make a playoff push. So you're telling me Lee Stempniak is worth a second and a fourth, but Brandon Peary is only worth a sixth. There must be something else going on in that Peary situation. There has to be something. He must be an asshole in the locker room or something, but he must be. He has to be. That doesn't make any sense. At least Stepniak's a good player, but worth a second and a fourth? Yikes. Well, I guess it's not that bad because Boston drafts shit. Who the fuck is that guy? I've never seen that card in my life. Yeah, Boston just trying to make a playoff push. I get it, but like you could have Brandon Peary as well for like a sixth. Alright, on to the trade. The Anaheim Ducks and the Buffalo Sabres made a trade. The Anaheim Ducks acquired Jamie McGinn for a conditional third round pick. But the third round pick becomes a second rounder if the Ducks win 2 playoff rounds. Yada yada yada. If it's a third round pick, it will be in 2016. If it is escalated to a second round pick, it will be a 2017 second. And the pick will not be turned into a second unless McGinn plays 50% or more of the Ducks playoff games. Alright, so pretty much if the Ducks make the playoffs, which they will, and McGinn plays over half their games and they get to the conference finals, then Buffalo gets a 2017 second round pick. That's kind of a weird trade. Not a bad trade, I guess. I don't think McGinn's too much. I don't think he's gonna do very much in Anaheim. I didn't like him at Buffalo. I don't like him now. Good pick for Buffalo though. They unload some shitty player. My throat is fucking killing me. Colorado Avalanche acquire Taylor Beck from the New York Islanders for Marc-Andre Cliche. Cliche, I believe, is a fourth liner. Taylor Beck was with the Leafs from the Nashville trade they made last season, I think, or in the off season. And then he went to Colorado for, I believe, Winnick. I'm not quite sure about that. And oh no, to the Islanders. Fuck, what was the trade they made with the Islanders? Leafs and Islanders. Oh, Grabner. Grabner trade? Yeah, probably in the Grabner trade. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's probably in the Grabner trade. I'm very slowly starting to lose my voice. Let's trade. Kind of a minor deal. Los Angeles Kings acquire Brent Suter from the Minnesota Wild for Scott Sabourini. No, thank you. Once again, another minor league deal. Ottawa Senators acquire Michael Kieran from the Minnesota Wild for defenseman Connor Allen. Okay, minor league deal. Now, this trade made me very upset. Very upset. This made me very upset because the Oilers were involved in this. The Oilers acquired from the Anaheim Ducks Patrick Maroon. Okay, not a bad player. Not really the type of player that we need, though. But I don't like what we gave up. One, we gave up a pick. The Oilers shouldn't be giving away picks. It was only a 4th round pick in this year's draft. But if the Red Wings, and I know those are two completely different teams, but if the Red Wings can turn Datsyuk and Zetterberg from 8th and 9th round picks, a 4th round pick can help your squad out a couple years down the road. And I don't know if this guy was doing well down the minors, but I loved him when we drafted him back in 2012. Martin Gurnas. He's a very, very big, I think he's like 6'8" defenseman. Not the best skater, but if he hits you, you're fucking done. I'm not quite sure how well he was doing with not Bakersfield, with Condors Town, I believe the Oilers affiliate team was named. But Patrick Maroon is not the type of player that the Oilers need. He brings some grit, I guess, but we kind of have Luke Gazdic for that. 4th round pick, I don't think the Oilers gave away a pick. And yeah, that's it. Alright, we got a couple more here to go. Mostly just minor league deals, actually. I'll refresh after this. I don't think anything happened, though. Chicago Blackhawks acquired Tim Jackman in the 7th round pick in 2017 for Corey Trapp, minor league deal. The Pittsburgh Penguins acquired James Melindy, Dan O'Donoghue, and Dustin Jeffrey. Didn't they already have Dustin Jeffrey? I thought they did. And Arizona acquired forward Mattia Marcantuoni. Yeah, let's go with that. And final one on the list here, we have the Nashville Predators acquiring. Oh fuck, there's not okay. It just updated in front of my eyes. Holy shit. Nashville acquired Corey Potter from the Arizona Coyotes for future considerations, but I will refresh him one last time. If it wants to fucking load. See if it actually tells me what they acquired for Corey Potter. I want to see if I pick up one of these Team League Staffords. He looks like he has a nice card. Okay, no, just his future considerations. And this just updated in front of me. The Calgary Flames have acquired goalie Nicholas Backstrom and a 6th round pick from Minnesota for David Jones. So Backstrom aging up. I don't think he's played a game for Minnesota this year. For David Jones, he had a pretty high cap hit. I believe Minnesota trying to make some sort of playoff run with what they have got. They probably shouldn't be bringing in any more cap. So all in all, the Blackhawks did stuff early. The Ducks added some depth at the forward spot, and those two teams are ready for a late playoff push. And I think all in all, the two winners were Vancouver and Tampa Bay. Those teams did nothing throughout the day, but the trade rumors that were coming out of there, nothing happened. I barely heard anything out of Drouin. Nothing from Stamkos ever since the Phaneuf trade back at the start of February. Vancouver, I heard, was going to move Dan Hamhuis, but he didn't want to move to the East. And they couldn't get a deal done with Chicago or Dallas, so it's nice to see that Dan Hamhuis had some loyalty, and it kind of looks like the Drouin situation's dying down. Yzerman said that Trent is free to play down in the AHL and work his way back up to the NHL. Not quite sure how happy he's going to be about that, but you win some, you lose some, Trent, I guess. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments who you thought were the winners and the losers at the trade deadline. And tell me if your team made any trades and who do you think is better now than they were before the trade deadline, and who do you think got worse after the trade deadline. And I believe there were only 6 trades before the 3 p.m. deadline, 3 p.m. Eastern deadline, and then there were 7 or 8 after the deadline were made. I don't know how that works, but thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, think about it's important. Thank you guys for watching. See ya.